Right, good morning. Well, today we're not out in the field working on someone's house, but I'm at my house and I'm going to attempt to make a Christmas tree utilizing fishing poles. So take a look and let's see how it turned out. So first thing I have to do is find the center of my circle. And to do that, we are going to make a square inside the circle. So I just take the short edge here, place it down here until it hits both corners. I know that's 14 inches, excuse me, 12 inches. I'm gonna draw a line. Then find the center. Make sure that is. Now we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. We go down till we touch here and there. We're gonna draw our line. We're gonna find the center. Now, do the same thing down here. Make sure we're touching there, touching there. Draw our line. Find center. Opposite side. Same thing. Touching there, touching there. Now, we're going to connect our lines, our center points. Voila. Here's our center. All right, now that we have our center point, the next thing we want to do is segment off around the circumference in an even amount, so that way it looks balanced and even. So what we're going to do, instead of trying to measure, do the math, which you can do easily, another easy trick, we're going to put another square inside of the square we already made and extend those lines out to the perimeter, and that should give us 8 points that are equally spaced. So to do that, we're going to take our square again, push it down to where it touches, put the line, do her halfway. Let's keep. There we go. Doing the same thing. That one. Again. Okay. Now we have our center points. We're going to do the same thing again. We're just going to connect those center points. Connect those, and we're going to extend those out to the edges. 90. Edge. Right. so as you can see, you see that that'll focus on there, but we've got all of our marks, and each one okay. So the next thing we have to do is I'm going to drill a series of flat holes, so when we stick the rods in there, they sit in the hole and the rod butts don't slip around. So to do that, I'm going to use an 1.5" Forstner bit. Now I could come through and just kind of eye it on each of my segmented marks to drill it, but the easier thing to do is just take my tape, each of my marks, and just make a 1-inch mark. I'm going to come in, it's an 1.5" Forstner bit, and so we're coming in just a little over halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Take our Forstner bit. Bring that up. We're gonna start to drill. All right, so now we got our flat holes drilled, and what those are going to be for is once we get our fishing rods, we'll stick them in the hole. It'll make more sense as we go. So got that part done. So next we need to make the trunk and the top part to hold our fishing poles. So what we're going to do for that, we're going to use a piece of dowel rod, just a piece of dowel rod, closet rod. I got it at Home Depot. So we have our center mark. We can drill a hole through. We're going to attach that with the screw. So let's get that attached. Okay, so I'm going to pre-drill my hole, the center hole here. Out away from our workpiece. All right, so I'm going to pre-drill the end of my dowel rod with the small hole. It doesn't have to be perfectly centered. Get that drilled in. Don't want that to split when we put it together. All right, so now start our go. There's our base. All right, for the top, to hold the top of the rods up, we're going to use a saw blade and a screw. We're going to attach straight to the top, just like that. see. And the height of this, we'll call it the trunk. You can make any height you want. It's just depending on how long, tall your fishing rods are. Grab down. So now you can start to see what this is going to look like. So we'll get this decorated up and take a look at it. All right, I'm sure it'll look different after we get it lights on it, but so far it seems to be like it's supposed to. All right, I went ahead and painted the base so it'll blend in, but here we are with the rods on. Now we are going to put lights on. All right, that is our finished fishing pole Christmas tree. If you figure out how much we spent in fishing poles and reels and line, this is by far the most expensive Christmas tree we've ever had.